Now, the U.S. and China also signed other big deals like information technology. And so how will these deals affect the relationship between the two? Well, Nathan King explains.
Far more than a handshake. Both powers announced a historic climate deal, along with agreements on travel visas, information technology, and reducing military tensions. And these deals have transformed what was seen as a testy relationship into a far more strategic one for the two biggest economies.
What I've been very encouraged by is your willingness, Mr. President, to engage in an honest and constructive dialogue around those differences and ensuring that we manage them in a peaceful and effective way.
We published a joint statement about dealing with the climate change and together announced our individual action goals for after 2020.
And while deep divisions remain on the climate change deal, analysts say this is what happens when China and the U.S. decide to lead together.
This is a big deal. We're seeing the two countries that are responsible for together about 40% of all greenhouse gas emissions, countries that historically haven't always seen eye to eye, coming together and saying climate change is a top-tier issue. We are ready to step to the plate to reduce our emissions. They're going to be looking to the rest of the countries of the world to make similar commitments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions now.
These agreements may embolden the U.S. president on the international stage, but his rivals back home are already taking aim. Many remain unconvinced on the science of climate change and accuse Obama of signing a bad deal.
I was particularly distressed by the deal apparently he's reached with the Chinese on his current trip, which, as I read the agreement, requires the Chinese to do nothing at all for 16 years.
Regardless of American politics on climate change, this is a very different Obama than the political lame duck whose party lost elections before heading to Asia. After 2 days of negotiations and a whole host of agreements in his back pocket, it's unlikely we're going to see the U.S. president changing his agenda to suit political rivals. Nathan King, CCTV, Washington.